Do you want to know the future of medicine? Do you want to know how the future will play a role in life of a doctor, or what will be the significance of any digital apps and artificial intelligence and other technologies in healthcare in impacting patients' life? So then this is the video for you. Today we are going to talk about various technologies that are currently existing and we can see in near future. So if you want to know more about this, stay till the end of this video. And if you are new to this channel, subscribe to this channel where I share various tips, tutorial ideas, strategies related to growing your clinical practice or your healthcare business. So this video is one of the attempt to help doctors be prepared for future so that they they in advance make necessary adjustment in their clinical practice in order to survive the future. Because if you are not adapting to that future, you are going to fall behind the others. It doesn't matter how clinically you are strong. You need to be working with the advancing technology because this is the currently a technology world, a technology driven world. The patients are using technology. So as a doctor or as a healthcare business entrepreneur, you cannot leave technology from your clinical practice. So let's understand what are the different technologies that we can see in near future. So let's begin today's session. Okay, so these are the some of the technologies that we'll be talking about for healthcare technology. So let's first start with the technologies which we can see in a coming future. They are still in progress, but it will take some time. So first about artificial intelligence in public health. When it comes to public health, it requires lots of amount of data, and it needs to identify different patterns because there are various public health concerns and diseases. So public health plays a significant role in driving the policies of the nature, particularly healthcare policy. That's why it will depends on the artificial intelligence and data mining technology, and it is already in progress. But to see its full potential, it will take some years to come in play. Then the next technology is holographic data input. Basically, it will use lights and lasers to store different types of data. So every day with the advancement in digital technology, particularly in healthcare, every day we can see lot of data being generated. So that data storing problem will be solved with this kind of advanced technologies. Then in future, we will also see physiological simulation, which will help particularly medical students in clinical trials, in medical education, and to make advancements in medical and healthcare research. Because you will not have to go inside the body, the real person. You will you will understand, you will study all those things in more of a virtual world or maybe in a more of a technology system without dissecting the human bodies. And you can play with the different pathways within the bodies, which will help you to come up with various uh, medicine ideas, drug, drug or medicine ideas, or maybe some signaling systems, targeted therapies, side effects. You will be able to understand in a better way. This technology is under development, but it will take some time. Then we will be seeing some artificial organs in the future. Currently, we are seeing more of a prototype, which are huge machines usually placed outside the body. But in future, we will see uh, artificial or technical organs, which are mechanical organs, and they will be placed inside our body uh, in a very natural manner. So those days will be there surely. but somebody has to wait for it. It's under still development. Then we will see the nanobots in blood, very tiny, tiny, small nanobots, which will be entering your blood system, and it will help our patients to manage various disease conditions related to blood disorder, or maybe even go and repair some internal body organs. So it sounds very fascinating and sci-fi thing, but yes, this is on the way, and we will be able to see this and in very near future. So let's uh, get ready for this. Then we will see some more technologies, um, which includes brain-computer interfaces. We are able to see some initial and research-based prototypes of implanting various chips into the brain, but these are still under development. And in future, we will have access to our brain through the chips. It will be like attaching a mobile phone to a computer device, or maybe inserting a memory card into your mobile. So those days will be soon there. Very fascinating and very futuristic, but it will be there soon. Then we'll be able to see some paperless hospitals. Right now, the hospitals and clinics and all medical documentation, particularly in the developing nation, is very largely dependent on the paper documentation. Documentation is the soul of any medical or healthcare practice. But uh, managing those documents is a very tiresome process, very cumbersome process. But when in future we will see this kind of paperless hospital using various digital technology to capture the data related to patient, their treatment, their diagnosis, it will be all analyzed by the various computers and artificial intelligence technology, which will help us to understand and gain more insights about the patient in more a real time. We will be able to identify various adverse events even before they happen. So within time, we'll be able to manage the patient. So this is something very fascinating and very useful uh, technology, which maybe most of the doctors are waiting for. So I hope this is finding you very interesting. If you find very interesting, please give me a like for this video, because for finding this kind of information, it takes some time, some efforts, and your one like will give me that motivation and boost that I can come up with more and more topics similar, which will help doctors. So let's move to the another section, another technologies which are under development, and soon we'll be able to see this kind of technology in our practice. So one is the digital literacy in medical education. Right now, one of the critical tools which can help in patient improvement is the digital literacy or digital education for the medical students, for the patient. And on both the fronts, there has been lots of advancement, and with the help of social media, the dissemination of this education and the information of knowledge to the patient is very much possible in very easier manner. So if you want to know more about this, please subscribe to this channel where I share various tutorial ideas related to patient education in ethical way. So stay tuned with this channel. Subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell. Then we'll be seeing some advances in medical AI policy, because the whole infrastructure is developing around digital technologies. Soon we'll be seeing various norms and standards related to digital or AI related medical policy. Then we'll be seeing various advancements in nutrigenomics, a very interesting and very specialized field, which is focused on the use of nutrition and its impact on genomes. So we are right now managing the patients at a very high level, at very crude level, and as the technology and the medicines is advancing, we are moving to more specialized, more targeted therapies. We are moving to more of a precision medicine, which will help doctors to reduce side effects and medical doses in the patient. So it will be very beneficial for patients from the clinical output point of view and also from the commercial point of view. That's why it's a very interesting technology. Then we'll see artificial intelligence in medical decision support. That is a word we are already seeing to witness where doctors are using and working side by side with the AI technology, and this AI technology is helping doctors in their medical decisions, which will help doctors to save various errors in the diagnosis and the treatment. It will not help only the doctors, but it will be very huge impact on the patient. Then we'll be able to see digestible sensors. Right now, we already have camera-based capsules which are going inside the intestine. But in future, we will see more advanced version of those kind of technology, and will not have to put any scopes inside the body of the patient, and we can easily diagnose various conditions from within the body of the patient without entering the body surgically or invasively. So this kind of technology, I am sure, will be welcomed by the patients. It will be very beneficial for doctors to come to more accurate diagnosis for their patients. Then lab on a chip, it's very interesting technology. When I was in my medical post graduation, one of my room partner, he was working on developing this kind of technology, and we can see some of the prototypes already in more of a research and preliminary market-based situation. Uh, so this kind of technology will help doctors to do various tests on a faster basis and more accurate basis with use of less blood volume or less tissue samples. And this technology is coming to you in very nearby future. So stay tuned for this. Some of the Western countries might be already using this kind of technology. Then in near future, we'll be also able to see organ on a chip. Yes, a miniature form of organs, uh, which will be basically not very organic, but it will be a combination of natural tissues and some mechanical parts, and it will function like a natural organs, but it will be something different from that. It will not be inside your body, but maybe it can be outside the body or inside body, but it will be something which will definitely help. And how let's see how it shapes the future of our uh, organ failure management in future. Then we'll be able to see implanted microchips in various parts of the body. Particularly, people are fascinated about putting chips into the brain and other different parts of the body, so as to access and control various parts of the body. So this kind of technology will definitely help to understand about the science of the mind and the brain, and to also help various disabled patients, because with this kind of technology, you will be able to control different body organs or body parts with some kind of signaling system. So this is a very interesting and fascinating technology which we can see in future. Then we'll see some medical tricorder technologies nearby future, which is going to help the patients or even diagnose themselves about their own body. What are the things that are happening uh, within a short period of time? So it's a kind of advanced version of wearable devices, but it will be seen in nearby future. Then there are some developments regarding variable e-schemes. So these are the artificial or electronic schemes which the patients or human being can place on their skin, and you'll be able to diagnose various conditions, what is the current status of the body, and the physiology, what is happening inside the body, and you will get the data in real time in a digital format. So this is something very fascinating and very useful. Uh, I'm sure patients will love this kind of technology. Then in future, we'll also see some kind of DIY biotechnology developments by which you'll be able to devise various biotechnologies even at the home. So let's stay tuned for this kind of technology and bioprinted human tissue. In soon, in future, we'll be able to print tissues in the lab or maybe in a specialized store or medical clinic or maybe in your OPD also, by which you'll be able to just imagine a patient requiring a kidney and you are printing that kidney on order. That might be a very fascinating story, but it can be a reality soon in your future. So it will be there in near future soon. What about there is no need for recruiting any patients for uh, clinical trials, and we can conduct clinical trials within the computer system itself. You can imagine large or huge computer systems with very powerful uh, intelligence and superpowered computers, which are conducting various simulations and permutations and combinations for various signals and pathways, receptors within the body, and trying to identify various new medicines, which we are right now studying for creating various new medicines. And what if this kind of in silico clinical trials help us to save lots of billions of amount in which we currently invest in the clinical trials, and we have to wait for 10 to 12 years. And what if this can be all done by in a shorter period of time? This can be possible with the help of in silico clinical trials. So stay tuned for this technology. Then what about a robot which is helping you in your uh, nursing task, and they are managing their patient very effortlessly, very smoothly, with the empathy. You can imagine this kind of nurse, right? So that can be very much possible in future. And then we can see 3D printed drugs, as we talked about bioprintable tissues, and this kind of technology can be also useful in 3D printed drugs, which will help to reduce any kind of waste or any kind of adulteration related with medicines or the drugs. And we can do this kind of technology, and it will help in a faster drug manufacturing and production, which will help us to reduce the medicine cost, and the healthcare will be more affordable for large amount of population. Then we can see a blockchain in pharma where it will help us to track the drug-related data from end to end. It will help again to prevent it kind of adulteration. It will give us new insights related to drug manufacturing. Then, what about prosthetics, which are lifelike prosthetics? And you cannot differentiate between whether it's artificial prosthesis or it's a natural prosthesis uh, or a natural body part. So this kind of prosthesis can be made in the future, and definitely it will be welcomed by your patients. So I hope this is very making very interesting for you, and you'll be able to see this kind of technology coming in future. And if you're a doctor, please let me know in the comment section what kind of technologies you are looking for forward in future, or what kind of technology you wish to see in your clinic that you want to use for your patients. Then these are some of the technologies that we are going to discuss now, which are already existing in the market and being used by some or other parts of the world. Let's begin with the virtual reception. In case of medical students, they are definitely using this kind of technology. Western world, Western countries, uh, which helps to go in a more scientific and more uh, user-friendly way to understand the body parts and to do some kind of simulation for various surgical procedures even before you start working on your patient. It will definitely very helpful and make our future doctors more skillful than today's medical generation. Then we can see direct to consumer genomic tests. Yes, this kind of tests are already available, which were few decades back were just part of the research, and this kind of tests were done as a part of various big research project. Now it has become a routine testing for uh, various parts of the world, and it is becoming more and more affordable day by day. It's not helping patient to understand their current status, but it is giving more insights about their future, about their own health. So this kind of technology is on a forefront of the development. Then we are there are various food sensors which help to know more about the food, the quality of the food, whether there are toxins or whether it is helpful for our body or a particular type of patient. So this kind of food sensors are already present and being used. And smart watches have become part of our daily routine. And I'm sure you must have experienced it, and you must have seen that your patients are also using this kind of technology with the advancements of various smartphones and the smartwatches. This technology is becoming more and more advanced. Then we will be able to see various trackers which will help us to identify various patterns related to patients and their sleep patterns and what are the issues related to their sleep. Along with this smartwatch technology, some smart watches also include this kind of sleep trackers, heart rate related trackers, blood pressure related trackers. So this technology is very useful and it's very interesting. Then we'll be able to we also see evidence-based mobile health applications which are available in the market, which are developing various digital therapeutics, digital diagnostics related to mental health, diabetes, blood pressure, and various other chronic conditions are being challenged and managed by this kind of mobile-based applications, which are creating digital twin of your patients and helping them to improve their medical condition. And I'm sure that you must have used telemedicine technology either as a patient or even as a healthcare practitioner in your clinic. And it has come a very long way in the past 2 decades, and it is developing at very rapid rate. And we'll see more advanced version of this kind of telemedicine. Then we'll be able to, we are seeing some kind of augmented realities related applications which are helping uh, to kind of project the, the virtual world of artificial uh, sensors into real world, and it is connecting artificial or the digital world and the real world, and it's helping patients and the doctors to manage various medical conditions. Then robotic technology has been placed in various metro cities and in the advanced nation which being developed and used for managing various medical conditions, and those robots have become more and more sophisticated in past 2 to 3 decades. And we'll see various advanced version of this kind of robots managing uh, various medical conditions. Then digital health-based insurance. I was fortunate being part of a team, insurance team, where I was helping that insurance company to develop various strategies and ideas based on patient-related data. I was collecting their chronic health data, and that was data was being used for taking decisions on various health policies and various insurance policies related decisions. So that data was being used not only for the administrative purpose, but it was also used for reducing the claims, preventing any expected claims by reducing the risk related to patients to particular conditions. It is not only helping insurance company, but it also helps the patients to manage their condition. So this is already existing, and you will see various advanced versions in the coming future years in different insurance companies. Then you will be able to see the metaverse and the virtual reality, so that you'll be able to immerse into that virtual world, and you will be able to connect people. It will be a parallel universe where people will interact, people will do business, patients will visit the doctors in the virtual world itself, and doctor will manage the patient through that virtual world. So this is very fascinating, and we are already seeing existing versions of this virtual reality-based metaverse, which is helping to manage patient. Then we also have medical drones in Western and advanced and developed nations, where they are using medical drones for various medical emergencies and remote managing patients in the remote area. And this is it is not very much existing in developing nations, but in developing nations, it will definitely help this kind of technologies to doctors and healthcare policymakers and the patients to manage condition effectively. Then there is something called digital pill box, which is helping the patients to take medicine on time, to track their medicines and the doses, and it also helps to give reminders related to their medications, and it provides also data in the form of various digital signals to the pharmacies and healthcare providers. So it is helping doctors, patients, and the other healthcare stakeholders, particularly from the pharmaceutical industry. I hope this is the some of the technology that I found interesting, and I could get more data on this technology. There are many more technologies under development, or some of them are already existing. If you know about this kind of technology, please let me know in the comment section. And if you're a doctor and if you feel that you want to know more about a particular technology that may come in future and that will help in your patient's management, let me know in the comment section. Ask your questions in the comment section. I will create a detailed tutorial for you talking about that technology. So if you're a doctor and if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. And if you want to grow your healthcare or clinical practice or healthcare business, then you can register for my upcoming webinar workshop, where I will help you to guide you to grow your clinical practice and healthcare business. So this is a free workshop for doctors and healthcare business owners. So you can register for that webinar, and we will meet live soon. So this is Dr. Nitin signing out. Bye bye.